It's that time for the most interactive podcast on Twitch. With your host, Clay Donnie, our OG mod, Mel.
Thank you, Director
Yours
Mel.
truly on the switchboard. Yo! Coming to you from our live studio in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Remember, the 2 and the 1 are silent. You don't say the 2 or the 1. Why? You just don't.
I wonder where that skit actually came from, or where that little scene actually came from. It had to come from something like internal that somebody was just making fun of.
Well, okay, so like
probably during the show or something.
Welcome everybody, by the way.
We're already on a tangent. We're talking about Wayne's World, the movie now, but like Mike Myers had his career on SNL, so like all the writers on that movie were probably just like, this is what we do in TV, and they were like, why? And it's like, you just do. Okay, and that's probably where that came.
Like, it would have made more sense if they would have said like, hey, we just don't say the 1 and 2, just so that way we have that amount of time to clip it for those seconds. But I'm pretty sure it was just like, just don't do it.
Yeah, you just don't.
Welcome everyone.
And then they're like nodding along. They're like,
yes, absolutely. He's absolutely right.
He's absolutely right.
Welcome everybody to Gaming News Live.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Gaming News.
Hello.
Yep. This is the weekly game news. We got quite a bit of game news today and new releases. I think we have one rumor control to go. And how's everybody's weekend on the chats? Please let us know.
By the way, if you can't tell, Mel is cold.
Mel is freezing. I'm surprised that monitor with all its brightness is not keeping her warm.
It's not just baking.
Yeah.
Like
this is me getting a tan.
Far off here. I'm using my middle finger to touch my monitor. That's how far it is.
Yeah.
That far.
That's crazy.
I mean,
all right. It reminds me of that Family Guy episode. Oh, woman cold. Got it. All right.
I understand that reference.
Yeah. I understand that reference.
Yes, I understand that. There are rivals.
Oh, Family Guy. You would have been canceled by now.
Oh, Family Guy. Once upon a time, that show was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's get on with new releases so that way you guys can capitalize it. New releases for today over...
Capitalize.
Yes, capitalize on...
Capitalize.
The new releases. Devotion.
Yes.
Capitalism.
Devotion game. I have never heard of this game. Clay, you got...
So, Devotion, look, our top 2 games here on the new releases, if you're a horror gaming fan, these are going to be for you. Devotion... I'm going to try to simplify this one, long story short. This was supposed to release like 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago. It's a Taiwanese developer, and they hid a kind of a jab at the Prime Minister of China in the game, and it was found, and then the game was basically banned. It was like, nobody can sell this game. Yeah. They pulled the joke out of it, and they still had just a massive amount of trouble finding a publisher who could actually release this game for them. And finally, they have it now for sale on their own website. That's where this went. It's not on Steam. It's not on Epic, GOG, any of the other millions of PC launchers out there.
They couldn't even find a publisher for this?
Yeah, because this game was basically just in trouble since all of that controversy blew up. But if anybody does want to play this, it is on their official website, shop.redcandlegames.com, and it looks spoopy.
It is very spoopy. I've seen people play it on
spoopy.
YouTube.
I would never play this because it's spoopy, and that's instantly a no-go for me. But I will watch somebody play this. So I already hit up Cinderkin, and I was like, "Hey, bro, you should check out this game because I hear it's pretty awesome, and you can play it, and I can watch,
and I can benefit from you."
Yes, and then I can watch you play it, and that's awesome. Yeah,
we're in the middle of a pandemic. Things are tough.
Hey, whatever. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. The next one up is Evil Inside, not to be confused with...
Not to be confused.
Evil Within.
Yes. Or what was the one earlier? The...
Evil External? External Evil?
The internal evil.
So this
evil on the inside.
These things have no relation to each other. This is basically PT.
Yeah. This is not like Evil Within 3 or anything like that. No, this is Evil Inside. Another first-person horror game. It looks spoopy.
Dude, it looks quality.
Unlike Devotion, this is which is PC only. This one is also going to be on consoles. So if you are a console gamer like myself, this one is going to be available for you. I think it's even coming to the Switch.
Yeah, it's on everything. PS4, PS5, Switch, Steam, Xbox One X. Damn. Well,
yeah, it's
for the PT fans, I mean.
Which everybody should be a PT fan, right? Like that game was amazing. So
per click.
Wait, it's not a game, it's a playable teaser. We have to remember
don't even try to front like you were not impressed by PT. Why you be fronting, Joe?
I'm tripping.
Why you being a mark?
I don't know. Insert slang here. I don't know.
You buster ass fool.
you jive turkey.
You jive turkey.
Background noise. What?
I just don't think that's those are words that we use anymore. But yeah.
Well, maybe we should, because jive turkey is an awesome.
Yeah, damn it, Dark. And we had this discussion yesterday on the Discord. By the way, welcome, Dark. Yes, I was testing out audio with Dark, and I said, you know what? You would be the guy on stream day to come into the chats and be like, oh, there's something wrong with your audio. When we literally just tested it
last night.
Minutes ago.
Yeah. I don't hear anything, bro.
I can hear a hiss. There's something there.
Turning up the audio.
I was like, I don't hear anything on that. That's
yeah. He's trolling. He's trolling for sure, because I know this is like legit right now. But yeah, Evil Inside.
But is it too legit?
It's unlegit.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go on. Are we done with Evil Inside? I mean, it looks pretty creepy.
Yeah, it looks spoopy. Somebody check out this game and let us know how it is.
Yeah.
And Devotion. Do that too, because I'm very interested in both of these.
I'm very tempted to get Devotion because I know how that is, and I would love to play it.
Now, first of all, before you get Devotion, Mel, you need to get Valheim, another V game. Get Valheim. Because Andre and I are waiting for you to get on our server, and you have not stepped into our server yet. Or Ben. Ben, I know you're over there.
I know you're listening.
You're listening, and I know you're there. We need somebody to farm crops.
What is this, Farmville?
Hangout.
What is this, like the new Farmville or something?
I have to be responsible for harvesting.
This is a sweatshop everybody puts in. I need mats. I need somebody to pet or to gain the trust of the wolves around the area.
I ain't touching those bloody things. You crazy?
One hit kill. But yes. So make sure you publish your queue of purchase games that you're gonna grab, and then we'll decide whether those are good decisions. Because you said you were gonna get it, and you're not getting it.
Whoa. I said I will think about it. I didn't say I was getting it.
Mel, I thought for you. You don't need to worry about that.
Oh, you're putting you're putting words into my head. Is that what you're saying?
You will get Valheim.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
All right, let's move on then. All right, what do we got next? It Takes Two.
It Takes Two, baby.
Mel.
Hey, we're gonna get DMCA.
Whoa! You can't just be doing stuff like that on the internet. Mel.
Damn, this looks good though.
Damn, girl.
This game looks
we're gonna get sued up in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, here's one thing I'm noticing, Joel.
Yeah,
all we're seeing on stream is just a chat. You're not wanting to show anything?
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Because, I mean, you didn't show
Devotion. Or
did we?
Evil Inside? No?
No, I showed Evil Inside. For sure. Yes.
Anyone want to?
Anyways, It Takes Two is
Anywho.
coming out this week, and
Yes.
we'll take care of it in post. That's what we meant.
Yes. We'll fix it in post. Yeah. So if you, It Takes Two. For anybody out there, this is Hazelight Studios. This is also the people who just made A Way Out, which came out a few years ago, and also Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. This is, if you've played A Way Out, it's going to be the same type of game. It's a split-screen co-op game where you see both players at the same time and you work together to solve puzzles and finish the game. A Way Out did the same thing, and that game was awesome. So this is more, I'm just from the trailers where they showed off this game. This one looks more of like a platformy type game, where A Way Out was like a more serious drama shooter kind of game. But this game looks cool. Comes out next week. I'm actually super pumped for this because I love playing co-op games.
This is both though, right? Like you can do local co-op and online co-op.
Yeah. So and this is also, which they're doing the same thing like they did with A Way Out, like, where it's you can do this with one copy of the game.
Oh, cool.
So basically, like if I buy it, I can like invite you into that game, and we can go through the entire game.
So
and you don't have to have it yourself.
So then, is this crossplay for everything, or
I don't think it's crossplay. That's a sticking point.
That would have been the cherry on top at this point.
Yeah, I would love it if it was crossplay. And honestly, full disclosure, I don't have that info. Gotcha. If it says it's crossplay on there, A Way Out wasn't, so I'm pretty sure that this one is not going to be either. But so, for instance, if I have this on PlayStation, you basically download the client for it. But you don't have to actually own it. Like once you have it installed, just so you have like all the bits there.
Gotcha.
It just sends you an invite and you're in the game.
Yeah. Welcome, Rompus.
Cool.
If nobody said hi to you yet.
Hey, Rompus.
Hey there, cousin Rompus.
Yeah.
But yeah,
is that the other Nelson?
That is the other Nelson.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think this game's going to be fun because A Way Out was really good also.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to this one.
It looks well made too. It looks pretty. Mm-hmm. It looks quality. It almost reminds me of like a not in the play style, but like Alice with the whole platforming.
Alice, like the
Nightmare or whatever.
The
American McGee's
yeah,
Alice. Yeah.
But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. If anybody wants to just have fun with this studio, they're called Hazelight Studios. The top guy there, Joseph Ferris, just look him up on YouTube. He kind of made a name for himself a few years ago at the Game Awards by just going on a rant for like 30 seconds. It was really fun. Yeah.
A rant about what? If you do
about the Oscars, actually.
What?
We'll do that later. Don't worry.
All right.
Yes.
Sounds like a
moving on.
Sounds like the wrong venue for that, but all right.
Just look up Joseph Ferris Game Awards, and it's like, okay, I like this guy. This is fun. Yeah.
All right. So next one for all you Monster Hunter fans, Monster Hunter Rise is also coming out on March 26th.
Yes.
This
coming
one
out next week.
This one's is this like an expansion for the original or?
No, this is a new game that's on the Switch. And
that's
this
right.
one. Yeah, this one is, which there is still a demo available for this game, just in case anybody wants to check it out, or if you've never played a Monster Hunter game before. They're really fun. I've been a fan of Monster Hunter for a long time. I played the crap out of World when it came out a few years ago. That one's also on the PC, just if you all ever want to try that out. This one is going to be on the Switch, and from what I've played of the demo, this is a really good upgrade from the previous Monster Hunters that were on Nintendo consoles, like the 3DS versions, the Wii U, and the previous Switch game. This is more of a Monster Hunter world, like a big open world kind of game, where the other ones still had like segmented levels.
But so it's very linear on the previous games then?
Yeah. BK's on here. Yeah, me and Clay played the crap out of World until he got tired of it, which was fast. Dude, I played Monster Hunter World like nonstop for like 3 months, and I was just like, all right, I'm out.
I mean, there's just so many games that he has to play, so that way
I play way too many games to be locked into one game. You know, it's like
there's only so much hate he can put onto one game at one time. He needs to put into several.
Monster
spread
Hunter
it
World
around.
was great. Like Monster Hunter World was an awesome game. I loved it.
Yeah.
It's just
It was trash.
He still played it. But yeah, no, I got tired of it. I burned myself out on it, which was unfortunate. But that has nothing to do with the quality of the game. Monster Hunter World was great.
Yeah, it looks great, and from what I see of the gameplay here, it's quite amazing that this is a Switch game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
very impressive.
They're starting to squeeze the graphics out of that small little console there.
Yeah,
but it's pretty amazing. What's up?
Yeah,
what's up, Maddie?
What's up, gang?
All right,
hey,
so let's go on to the next one and probably
Clay's favorite series.
Yeah, his favorite.
We're gonna knock this one up again under Clay puts together the show notes. Yakuza 6.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. So if anybody out there is you might be thinking to yourself, Clay, didn't Yakuza 6 release on the PlayStation 4 like years ago? And it's like, you are correct, it did.
Yeah.
But it is now finally coming to Xbox and PC. So next week, you will now have Yakuza 0 through 6 on the Xbox and the PC. And if you're a Game Pass subscriber, you now have all of them.
And that is
only missing,
that is the best part of it.
Yeah.
If you're a Game Pass subscriber, you got it already.
That's it.
And I think we have a news article about that later on in the show about Xbox Game Pass just consistently knocking it out of the park here.
Just every time. Like, they are killing it right now. Like, Xbox Game Pass is such a great deal. It's insane. But yeah, now you have all the Yakuza games. So if there is one reason to get Xbox Game Pass, you might think, oh, Clay, they just put like every Doom game under the sun on there, or they got Dishonored, and they got whatever. And it's like, no, Yakuza.
But I know nothing about those
Yakuza
games.
0 through 6.
Yeah.
Boom, right there.
I don't even know how to pronounce half of these names.
Start at 0. You'll thank me later.
I still have yet to do that. And now that I'm in this complete setup mode now, I'm going to be able to start streaming a lot more often. But yeah.
Matt's Clay's Yakuza report.
Look, I didn't talk about Yakuza at all last week. Okay.
So there you go.
Be careful, Clay. I guarantee you someone's probably going to make a clip saying this is from last week's news.
This is last week.
Talk about it.
But it was like, yeah, that new Mario game looks great. And speaking of Yakuza 0.
We're just like, no one said anything about Yakuza. The little voices in my head did.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, you're right. That game is amazing. I know.
You heard nothing.
I'm just like Kronk over here, I'm just like, well, I mean, that is a good point. Oh, I mean, yeah, that point in 0 when Majima does this thing, and it's what? I know, right?
It didn't happen.
That doesn't even make sense.
Missed last week didn't happen. Exactly. Exactly. You did miss last week, Matt.
Hold on. Let me give you the zoom.
The sip.
Yeah.
How about that? Okay. Indeed. Enough Yakuza.
Why don't you just invite me to a game and then cancel the day of? How about that? Okay.
Anywho.
Rumor control.
New Call of Duty releases. By the way, Yakuza released 3 years ago.
All right. So
good.
You ever wonder why PlayStation has a VR set and the last thing that Xbox had was the Xbox Kinect? And then you're like, when is Xbox ever going to get a VR headset? Which makes perfect sense now that they're starting to merge PC and Xbox and Game Pass and all this other stuff. It would be yet another home run to have VR games on Xbox Game Pass and a VR headset that's specifically dedicated to Xbox. Where is this RC intro?
Rumor control.
Rumor control.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm almost there. Will you give me some time? I have a day job. I don't like how you turn this around on me all of a sudden, okay? I'm over here on the switchboards doing shit.
Turning knobs.
I'm turning
hitting
knobs.
buttons.
I'm finding
buttons.
great deals, so don't look at me.
This thing
So-
isn't even logged in over here.
That guy's playing Galaga, you know.
Thought we didn't notice, but we did.
Yes. Just gonna nip this one in the bud here. There was a rumor that there was a screenshot released that basically this Italian website had a thing about the new controller, or no, it was the new Xbox headset, and it mentioned the name, or like the letters VR were on there. So people were like, "Oh my God, Xbox is getting VR confirmed,"
yeah.
everything like that.
It was a notification, right? Like something for the wireless headsets.
Yeah. So it was a mistranslation according to Microsoft, and it was an oops. It was a mistranslation. Microsoft is saying there are still no plans for VR at this time.
Mm-hmm.
At this time, yes. Which means maybe in a year or so. Who knows? Like whatever. And look, I can take it or leave it. I've played VR many times across PC and PlayStation. It's cool. I get it. If they want to bring it out to the Xbox, I'll look at it.
All right, fine.
If not, I'm good.
Let's dive in a little bit.
VR not being there is not stopping me from enjoying it.
Sure, and I totally agree. But I just like how Valve is, they are wanting to have that next way of playing games. And we already know that they're putting a lot of chips into VR, right?
Yeah.
Several other companies are starting to look at it. VR is already on PlayStation. And just to dive in a little bit deeper, I don't own an Xbox One X. Are there regular Series X? Are there regular USBs in the back, or are there some proprietary cable?
There are USBs.
Okay. And there's the HDMI out. Are there any other like mysterious ports back there that are not like Ethernet or something like that?
I don't believe so.
Well, at least you got the USB. So it is capable of having a VR headset without having some sort of proprietary cable. I mean, it would make sense that they have VR support, but if you can just bring your own VR headset, like a Oculus, or not an Oculus, you could do an Oculus, but like a HTC Vive, it works right out of the box. You just put the drivers in there. It's automatic.
The only thing I see is IR out and the audio cable.
Audio, I think, yeah.
Possibly.
But wouldn't that be cool if you could just bring in your VR headset over there and then just do Game Pass for VR titles?
Yeah, Mel, is that a 1S?
Yeah, that's a 1S.
Yeah. So I mean, but that would be last gen anyway, so there'd be no VR anyway. Yeah.
I would think that the console that's there now is capable of doing the VR stuff. So I mean, it's basically a Windows PC now.
Yeah.
All the games.
It has been for the past few years. The Xbox One ran on Windows 10.
Right. It's just a heavily modified version of it. So So converting all those already VR chat games and all this other stuff over to an Xbox would be a no-brainer.
It would.
And then slap on Game Pass. Boom. Boom. Game over. See you later. Thanks for playing. Yeah. But I don't know. Is the chat excited about VR on Xbox or anything like that? Maybe just having VR titles on Game Pass. I think that would be cool. That would be a reason for me to get consoles for the kids, so that way they don't have to take up my PC while they play VR.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so DK says not at all. If you're already not invested in VR, then a lot of this just kind of goes over your head, right? Like I like VR. I think it's cool. I don't have a VR set at home, even on PS4, PS5, all that stuff. So it's and I'm probably not going to get the PlayStation 5 VR either, because if I really need to play it, I know people who are going to have it.
Yeah.
But I don't need more clutter in my house.
I think aside from that, it's always been the convenience of VR that's holding VR back. It's not like the quality of the quality of titles that you're getting on a VR headset. It's just the convenience, because that long cable, tripping over things, having to have all these connections, and then charging it, and then having enough space is also a problem. So if if Xbox can find a way to make that so convenient, and PlayStation has done that already in some ways, then I think VR would be quickly adopted. It just needed to have some development time.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm excited
we'll
for something like this. I can't wait to
I
see
could
VR.
possibly see maybe Xbox teaming up with HTC and so you can use their stuff possibly.
Yeah. It makes sense because like I said, it's just a PC. All you're doing is just plugging in USB and HDMI. Like I would think that the only thing that they have to throw in there is just like an HDMI splitter, so that way you can have HDMI for your TV and then one for your headset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. BK has it here. I'm a boomer like Clay. I'll play my games with a controller. Thank you. It's like, that's the thing. I already have everything I need with a couch, a TV, and a controller in my hand. It's like, VR games are cool. I'm not saying they're bad or anything like that. I think like all the ones I've played have been really awesome. I still am really wanting to play Half-Life Alyx. I hear that's awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't have any of that stuff, so I am more than happy to wait until I go to somebody's house who has it.
I will admit, and Mel, you can tell me if I'm wrong on this, but any game that has a Valve sticker on it, even like the lab thing, is on a completely different quality level than anything else that has been built on the store.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just perfect. But then everything else is just like clunky controllers. Somebody's not getting it perfect. Something's up with it. But
it's just somebody made it through Unity or something.
Right. It's kind of weird, but I for one am excited. I wasn't a VR guy until all of a sudden somebody gifted me. It was actually the Nitzel who gifted me his HTC Vive. And then as soon as I plugged it in, stepped into it, I had that like that honeymoon phase kind of thing, and it was kind of clunky. But then just setting it up and mounting the wires properly, it's just like the kids, all they do is want to have turns on the VR headset, and then I'm just like sitting in the background queuing up, and be like, I got my quarter in for a VR headset on my own PC. Thanks.
Click.
Yeah. But I'm excited. I can't wait to see if VR actually comes to Xbox. But let's move on.
Cool.
It's time for game news. Oh wait, I could probably do that. Game news.
Oh.
Yeah, you like
that? I mean, that literally made all the difference in the world.
Yes, you're welcome.
That was everything right there.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite. Should we talk about
Halo
this
Infinite?
Have we gotten enough change now to the point that we're actually going to get a proper trailer, or is this just more news?
This is just a news update. Since that sad, embarrassing footage that they showed last year. But this one, and I'm putting this out there because although any follower of Nerd Junkies knows that I'm not a Halo fan at all. I don't care about this game one bit, but wanted to put this out there because just in case there's a million Halo fans out there, right? Or billions of them. And it's apparently Halo Infinite is not going to feature playable elites or even dual wielding guns. And I don't know how big of a deal that is for people. I'm very curious to hear a reaction about this,
I don't know if playable elites is like
I'm assuming that's probably just for the multiplayer mode, right?
Right. It's just you playing as Covenant at that point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like it's just been there for so long that it's kind of questionable. Like, why are you removing something like that? Is it just because you don't want to balance elites with Spartans, and it's just so much of a different skin?
But I mean, they already did that in the past, right?
Right. So what's the point?
Like the playable elite, and correct me if I'm wrong, that started in Halo 2, right?
Yes.
And so it's like it's been there all along, right? I played Halo 2 multiplayer. I played the beta for 3, and that was it. Like, did all the others have playable elites? Like Reach and ODST and all that stuff?
Reach, no, I don't think did.
No.
Okay.
I believe a lot of them did. Majority of them did, but I don't think that this is a huge deal. I just think it's like a big difference from what people were expecting. Not that it's going to affect gameplay.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I don't know, like I saw this, but like, is there some super Halo fan out there who's going to be like, this is garbage? I mean,
No, I
like
don't
losing
think
their
so.
minds.
My question is, are they, for them to not put in elites, are they trying to get rid of the elites story-wise? Which could be possible. I don't know.
Brian, shut up.
I was a playable elite in Halo 3 back in the day.
I'm a playable elite. No, so yeah, but yeah, so the playable elites, I don't know, and I don't know if it's because of the story. I don't know if like maybe there's a reason they're not playable.
I mean,
like if it's a different part of the story where they're still enemies with each other.
The only thing I can think of is that deeper into the story, or not deeper into the story, like let's just say 15 minutes after the story, all of a sudden the Covenant are no longer in there. Now you have a new baddie race or something like that. That would make more sense to me. Claire, you all right? Oh, I thought you were frozen. Sorry.
No, I'm here. I was reading a text message.
Stoic as hell when you are like, oh my god, did my connection drop?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Reggie is a playable elite.
Fine, Reggie is a playable elite.
Reggie's a playable elite. Reggie is a playable elite. Yeah, Reggie's Brian's English bulldog. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so but yeah, dual wielding. Do we care?
Dual wielding still not a thing. It was more a thing in 2, I think.
Okay. Because I remember
I mean, it's just more balancing issues if you start to dual wield.
Now, in Halo 2 had dual wielding, right?
I'm pretty sure it did. Because it had the
Could you mix and match, or was it just like
you could mix and match.
Pistols?
You could have like a needler and like a machine gun.
Yeah.
Okay, so you could. Okay.
Yeah, if you had like dual hand weapons, you couldn't do that. Like huge sniper rifles, you couldn't dual wield like 2 sniper rifles or something like that.
Yeah, or energy sword.
So what you're saying is, if there was a fight, BJ Blazkowicz would completely annihilate the Master Chief. That's what I'm hearing right now.
That is the weird concept that I never understood.
2 miniguns, just like
why does that work?
Yeah, it's like here's this colossal shotgun that's like whatever. It's like 400 pounds, and BJ's like, boom, 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 boom.
Then I started blasting.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah, dude. It seems like that would only work in the Wolfenstein universe, but not here in Halo. That is too much. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think dual wield is going to be a huge difference. I don't see anybody being up in arms about losing something that they never even had in the first place in the later games. That wasn't even a thing. So
so like the dual wielding went away after a while?
I don't remember seeing dual wielding after 2
3.
or some of the remakes.
3 did have dual wielding, I believe.
Yeah. So I don't know, chat. Somebody might be able to correct us on that. But
is there a more knowledgeable Halo person here? Because I know nothing of it.
I haven't played. I mean, I played a little bit, but I don't remember it in Reach. I don't.
Yeah. And after the 3 multiplayer beta, which came with Crackdown, that was like the last I've ever played a Halo game, so I have no idea.
Up in arms, about arms.
About arms.
All right.
Yo, dog.
Let's go to the next one. This one is some esports.
More shooters.
Yes.
Some Fortnite news.
Fortnite news. Esports team, I guess, gets kicked off for a tweet. What exactly did they say on this tweet?
Lesson of the day.
Uh-huh.
And this happens all the time in esports world. So I don't know why people still do this. If you're like an esport competitor, you probably have a deal with someone, right? Like a sponsor or a team or something like that.
Right.
And people get in trouble all the time for being douchebags on the internet. Because these esports teams will be like, yeah, if you're a douchebag on the internet, we're going to take away your money. And so
it's right there. It's not even in fine print. It's literally in bold. Stop doing that.
Yeah. So
you represent us now.
And keep in mind, I know nothing about Fortnite either, right? I know about it. I've seen footage of it, but I don't follow it, right? So there's apparently in Fortnite tournaments, it's teams of 3.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this player named Wrigley, and told the Epic Games chief creative officer on Twitter, literally effing kill yourself. This is a C-level person who, that's like the top of corporate structure.
What
Like
hell?
if your job title starts with a C, you're probably one of the top dogs in the company.
Yeah.
He was mad because he got sniped in like the first round on something, and I don't know what happened, but he basically went back to the Epic, Games people, and were like, his team is disqualified from all the tournaments now. This tournament, the top prize was $3 million.
Oh my god!
So needless to say, his 2 teammates are probably quite angry.
How do you not foresee something like that being a problem? If I told my director to go kill yourself, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
There's a thing called WordPad. If you want to write it out, you can write it out there. Guess what? It doesn't send out to everybody.
It's I
shut up, Doc.
I normally don't look at Fortnite news, to be honest, because I don't really care about it. But it was like, but when I saw the headline on this, it was like basically, Fortnite esports player just like lost a $3 million deal for sending a mean tweet. I was like, oh, I gotta read that.
Yeah. Do you think that this is the right side of cancel culture at this point? I'm not trying to get political, but this is like the right use of it, right? Like, don't be a douche.
This guy, don't be a douche. It's that easy. Like, and it's not like this is unheard of. Things like this happen all the time in esports world.
Right.
Like you'll see some professional, like paid sponsored esport player suddenly get kicked off a team because he's Twitch streaming and he said a racist term or something like that. Like it happens all the time. And it's like, guess what, dude? You just lost your dream job because you're a dick. Like, maybe don't be a douche on the internet.
If you would have lost your job at like Jack in the Box for saying something like this, you can rest assured that publicly you're going to lose your job by being an esports celebrity.
Yeah.
So just don't do that.
But if you're not going to say it at your job, don't say it.
Yeah. But at the same time, we also have to think about like a lot of the esports players are usually kids that just went from straight school to straight working, and there's none of that in the middle filter that you get from customer service. That they're just like, I can say whatever I want. I'm getting paid to play video games. I don't know what's right and wrong right now. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Yeah, because if it was us getting paid for video games, we'd be like, okay, and how do you want me to curtsy? Like this? Okay, good.
Yeah, exactly. What can I say and what can't I say? And who is my sponsor? Jack in the Box. Man, do I love Jack in the Box.
Man,
all right.
No sourdough jacks.
Oh my god,
the runs.
Force feed me that crap all day right now. Like, sorry guys, I'll be right back. Got to make a Jack run.
Mm-hmm.
Come back and be just like, man, this is a tasty burger.
Yeah, I can just see it now. Oh, we just switched over to Del Taco? Okay.
This
is the worst. I get the runs now.
Whatever. Del Taco's burgers are so much better.
It's like the one burger that they sell.
You're like Jack in the Box tacos. How about Del Taco? So, yes.
Don't.
Yeah. Oh, Wampus has a good point here. I would ask for a company provided person to send my tweets.
Yeah.
Be like, look, Pat, I want you to send out that I'm super pissed because I just got whatever. And then Pat's like, on it. Del Taco's the greatest. Said. Yeah.
These are not sponsors.
Exactly.
These are not sponsors.
Asterisk.
Yes.
Asterisk looking for sponsors.
Yes. Hashtag looking for sponsors. Somebody sponsored Nerd Junkies.
Please, for the love of God, sponsor.
Looking at you, Jim Beam. All right.
They'll probably be like, I don't even know who these people are.
Who's this pasty white dude with the beard? I don't know what's going on.
All right, let's go on to the next one, shall we? PlayStation communities being shut down in April.
Bad news, guys.
no.
Okay, look, Joel, Mel, I look back at the decades where we would hang out on PlayStation communities and talk about our favorite things and our dreams and our wishes.
Don't tell me.
PlayStation communities is coming to an end.
No.
I mean, as all the people that I play video games with on PlayStation, guys, I'm sorry. PlayStation communities is being closed down.
Am I going to be able to back up all my stuff?
All those years of liking the same videos that random people post.
Damn it. That's
all those likes are now gone.
Do I still keep my seniority?
Like tears in the rain. This is
what is this now?
Okay. That is a very valid response to this. PlayStation communities is I've looked at it like once, and I'm a console guy.
This isn't like that community like avatar thing that came out when the PlayStation 3 came out, was it?
No, that was PlayStation Home.
That's what that was, and that's been canceled for a long time, right?
Yeah.
That got shut down during the lifespan of the PS3.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, this is like me. It's like I can create a community called like GTA fans,
right?
And like people could join it, and it's just a place where we can all share videos of GTA games or like content from other fans of GTA games. Microsoft has a similar thing that Mel and I actually were talking about before the show started, because I had to turn on my Xbox to find it. It's called Xbox Clubs, which is, as it turns out, I'm in Wasabi's club. Had no idea. So, but yeah, it's the same type of system where it's like it's a way for people of a similar like mind of video games could get together and like share content with each other and stuff. And I was like, oh, because it's like a community, right? And it's like it's going to be shut down, and it's like I've never used it. I have no idea.
I mean, I guess I would question the ease of use to go into one of those communities instead of just opening up a browser on your phone and just going through things.
Yeah, if you look at, so there used to be a mobile app for this as well. The mobile app was separate from like the normal PlayStation app. It got shut down like last year. So, and now with this shutdown, if you've used a PlayStation 5, you can already see where they're trying to move everybody, where they have like, you can follow a game on your PlayStation 5, and it kind of keeps like a tracker or like a news feed of things that are happening with that game. That's I guess that's where they're throwing people to instead of having the communities thing.
So basically, like how Maddie says right here, Facebook groups, but for PlayStation for games, or or Steam. Literally, the games page has the communities, all their stuff there already.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, but I mean, yeah, this Rampa says, world's smallest violin is playing. It's like, I don't know if anybody who uses this.
I wish I could find somebody that was like completely in love with this whole entire thing, right? Like,
which is, dude, I'm telling you, like having that outside opinion every now and then would be solid gold.
Yeah,
if there is, if like BK, who is probably on every FIFA and PES related, PlayStation community, Xbox club there is. It's like, yeah, like I would want him to be like, bro, this is like a really big deal because like that's how me and all of my FIFA dudes get together and FIFA. Is
that a verb now?
Do you even FIFA, bro? Like
I don't even know how you would start.
I mean, I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
sounds like a lot of words I don't want to read.
Yeah, like so I guess so long PlayStation communities.
Bye.
We never knew ye.
Sadly.
Oh man.
There's some dude in North Dakota running a PlayStation community for Yakuza who's heartbroken right now. Yeah. It's like
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about another community, shall we? GTA
Mm.
Online.
Yes. GTA
So,
Online.
I think we spoke about this last week, or was it the week
So
before?
we spoke about this. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago because it was discovered 2 weeks ago that some dude. Okay, and granted, I do not play GTA Online on the PC, which is what this all connects to.
Specifically,
I played it on the PS4, and I've played it once on the Xbox Series X just to see performance differences and stuff like that. I was never a fan of GTA Online, but have either of you actually played this?
yeah.
GTA Online on PC. Now, is it
It was
true?
terrible.
Like it takes like 5-10 minutes to get into a game.
I haven't played in a while, but apparently Umbra says it takes them about 15 minutes to even load into GTA Online.
Yeah.
That's insanity,
And
right?
that-
like, why? How did Rockstar never like look at this in the past?
That
right?
exactly, that never made any sense to me because like the single player game loads just fine. Granted, it's still a little bit longer than I would like it to be, but I'm not on any slouch hardware. You know what I mean? Like, this stuff is quick on any other game, but the moment that I start off in GTA 5, it's like taking like 6 minutes for something. And I'm just like, what are you doing in the background? And instead of being like this dude who figured it out, I just quit. And I'm pretty sure once that was put on the internet about how, hey, the reason why it takes so long is because of all the DLC stuff and the purchase links and everything trying to validate every single time you load into online. Dude, like
that should only be one
do that in the
time.
background.
This is really like okay, even before this fix was found, Rockstar should have been on this.
Yeah, why didn't they find it?
If their dev PCs are like, they're probably the cream of the crop, right? Like they're probably the highest level PC you can get, you know. And if it's loading 15 minutes to get into a game for them, they should have been whipping their employees even more than they already do, to be like, why has nobody fixed this?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, some dude came out and figured it out, and Rockstar implemented the fix. And then they paid the guy $10,000 for it.
Yeah, for the bug bounty, right? But it wasn't.
Yeah.
The whole program was meant to find security flaws, not necessarily game bugs that.
Not fix our mistakes.
Not fix our working as design code.
Yeah.
But they gave him the 10,000, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, dude put in work. He figured it out.
Yeah.
And hopefully maybe that'll get him jump started into, I don't know what.
Dude, Rockstar should like look at hiring or something, you know?
Because I'm pretty sure GTA 6 is gonna need as many eyes as possible, so that way they don't turn into a cyberpunk. Please.
No.
I don't see that happening. Like, technically, okay, you could say like when GTA 4's PC release happened, that was kind of like a cyberpunk.
Yeah.
That game was a disaster when it launched. So yeah, hopefully that won't happen again.
Yeah.
But as a console gamer, my GTA 4 was just fine. So screw you guys, whatever.
Yeah.
And to update about the time, it went from 15 minutes to 2 minutes. So
which is that's awesome.
Look at that. That's
that is awesome.
crazy.
Yeah. So good for this guy, like Toast, the guy who figured it out. Good on you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping gamers.
The other thing about that is like, now I wonder how many people are re-downloading the game just so that way they can enjoy not having to sit there and wait on the loading screen anymore.
Yeah. I don't know if this fix hit consoles or not because I haven't played GTA 5 in ages.
Yeah, this fix actually broke some things on consoles. If you actually take a look at some of the articles, it broke something on. I don't know if it was PS. I don't know if anybody else read this on the chat, but I think something on consoles it broke some sort of hang thing, or it's hanging or something like that on the loading screen or something like that.
Yeah.
But there were some issues, and we'll find out more, and we'll probably report on it later on once they find the fix for it.
I can test it out. I have it. I mean, I have it on the PS4 and the Xbox One, so I could always just try them out. It's going to take like 40 years to install the game again, but yeah.
I don't know. CD Projekt set the bar pretty high for fucking up. I mean, It's up there.
Yeah.
You don't just get an
Did you-
A-list
and-
celebrity and then just be like, this is going to be the most amazing game ever, and we need your likeness in this game, and we need you to sign off your likeness for everything that is cyberpunk. And we're going to make it terrible.
Did you and I know this isn't part of one of our news stories or anything, but did you see the update about 1.2,
No,
which is coming out
Oh
soon?
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they don't even have a release date for it yet. They were like, "Oh yeah, we're working on patch 1.2 now, and it's going to fix." They said the police response times.
Oh yeah.
They're going to fix those, and there was another thing. I forgot what it was, but it was like, that's cool. But I guess they already fixed the majority of the game crashes, right?
Majority of them, yes.
Majority of, not all, but
Performance
yeah. So I don't know.
has not gone too high up. I saw like a Digital Foundry video, and it's just like, yeah, it's doing better, but this literally should not exist on last gen consoles.
Yeah, I get it.
All right, let's go on to some PlayStation Home news. 10 free
PlayStation
games
at home.
At home.
Yeah.
10
So
free games, bro.
we talked about this about a month ago on the show, where they mentioned, similar to last year where they gave away 2 games. Last month they gave away Ratchet and Clank for everybody who didn't already have it, and they said more to come. If you remember, if you watch the show regularly, we talked about it. They did Ratchet and Clank and also this kind of subscription to their anime service.
Funimation.
Yeah, the one that they're like partnering with.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then they basically said, hey, we're going to throw 10 more games at you over the next couple months.
Cool.
So that's awesome. So we've got, like all 10 games here. So we got Abzu, which that was a freebie on PS Plus a few years ago. Enter the Gungeon, Res Infinite, Subnautica, The Witness. The Witness is really good, by the way, if anybody hasn't played that. Astrobot Rescue Mission. So if you have a VR, now's the time. Free game. Moss, Thumper, and Paper Beasts, which is that's cool. Like I will always take more free games.
Do you think that this is a response to what Microsoft has been doing right now and just trying to toss as much free games as they can?
Sure.
I mean,
I don't know.
Do you have to be a PlayStation subscriber to get these free games?
No, I don't believe you do.
I think you have to be PS Plus to get them, don't you?
They didn't say anything about PlayStation Plus, did it?
I would think that you'd have to at least have an account. That's the first thing you got to
Well,
do when you set it up.
You would have to have PlayStation or you would have to. I mean,
I don't know if somebody can confirm that for us. I mean, that'd be great.
Well, that won't happen until the 25th. So
Because it says will be free for a limited time.
I'm sorry. Which it's Horizon Zero Dawn is also on this. It's not in that picture, but it's in the article.
It's on down here, which is a great game, AAA game.
Yeah,
I believe it said it's also including the expansion for it.
Ooh.
So.
The Frozen Wilds or whatever it's called.
So like almost like the complete edition is what you would. Okay, that's good.
But yeah, no, that's cool. For you PC people out there, Horizon released I think 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, something like that. So check that one out. I've heard great things. I've yet to play it.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
More PC stuff.
Kind of PC. It's PC. It's DirectX related.
This is PC stuff.
I'm just not as excited for this kind of stuff because look,
it's still dealing with Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, Windows 10 has had a problem with HDR and color grading for quite a while. It's not a secret, but HDR is finally getting some reworks on several monitors for the Xbox app and Xbox games. It's still for me, like, you know how certain features on monitors are touted out there, like 144 hertz and 1440p and all this other stuff. When somebody says HDR certified, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because it's just like most of the HDR certified monitors are not even like above 500 nits. So it's not real HDR. But like for the monitor that I have, it's supposedly certified. I really can't. All I feel like is like a giant solar flare in my eyes every single time I'm playing a game. And I'm just like, I can't see behind it. Some solar flare.
I will say I appreciate HDR, and to me, it does make a difference in games, but I play on a big TV, right? So it's like I'm not this far away from my PC screen. It's like I'm like 10 feet away and I can really enjoy it. But yeah, this article, if you want to click the link there, this was a feature that released with the Xbox Series S and X called Auto HDR, where it's not just it turns it on automatically for you. They're injecting HDR into older games.
Right.
So, which is pretty cool. So like they have like original Xbox games from like the early 2000s that now have HDR support.
Damn.
Which is pretty awesome. If you want this, you have to be in the Windows Insider program because this is still kind of like a beta testing they're doing. But I'm interested. I'm never going to play these because I don't play PC games, but I'm interested if there's some game out there that's like super old that people are like, wow, I have like a whole new love of the graphics on this game now because of Auto HDR.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. They look great. The games look great. It's just like Clay said, I'm literally wearing my monitor like Iron Man. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Like it blinds me. But maybe that's just me. Maybe there are some people like I can see that stuff working on a TV, just like how Clay says. You're far enough to where it's not just like, damn. But at the same time, it's like for PC, it's never been great implementation. And Microsoft knows that. Yeah. So
I'm not going to just tout and say this fixes it. No, because I have no idea. But the Auto HDR, just for the older Xbox games I've played since I've had the Series X, it is noticeable. It's cool.
Yeah. All right. So if that's okay for HDR, sorry, I'm not as excited for it, but it's just one of those things that like on a monitor feature, I'm just not. I don't care.
Yeah.
Give me my frame rates.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the next one. EA Play is coming to PC for Xbox.
So this happened a little while ago. I think it was in February for for us Xbox console people. If you are a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you on PC, which means you're also on console, you now have EA Play on top of it. So pretty awesome. They're just taking the library of Xbox Game Pass and they just jumped it up like 50 more games. This is pretty awesome. Yeah.
So not only did we get Bethesda on here.
Yeah.
Last
week you had those like 20 Bethesda games put on there, and now you have 60 more EA games. And yeah, for a like-minded gamer out there, it's like, oh, so I can just play Madden now, and it's like, yeah, ignore all the sports games. Who cares, right? But
Titanfall
you've got
2,
like,
bro.
Titanfall 2 is amazing. You've got Titanfall 2. You've got Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
I've been wanting to play that.
Which that game is super good. You've got the Star Wars Squadrons that came out last year.
Right.
So that like spaceship shooter game that just released on Game Pass. You got the Battlefield series. You've got the Dragon Age series. It's like there is a lot of good stuff in there that is not EA Sports games. So like I would definitely check this out if I was a Game Pass for PC subscriber.
Do I have to get the extra games from a loot box?
Well
it's played.
$49.99 per game, or per minute of connected to Game Pass.
Yeah.
In all fairness, I will say EA is not when it comes to loot boxes. Activision is far worse than they are. But no, like
you're still getting loot
there
box.
are some good games in here.
You're still getting loot boxes over in whatchamacallit,
Overwatch.
Yeah.
Overwatch. It's an Activision game. The loot boxes are still there.
Yeah. Need for Speed. All the Need for Speeds that I've been missing since Black. I have not played a Need for Speed since that game.
Yeah.
Last one I played was Most Wanted.
I was gonna say, Joel, you have Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you just open the Game Pass app on your PC, you'll see them. It's probably just like, it's like there's probably like a million games in there now.
And I have quite a bit of hard drive space, but now I'm noticing like all these games that are available to me now is like install
everything,
and it's just like
Control A
on this computer is just like I'm in the red.
Yeah,
I can't fit anymore.
What is he doing?
I'm gonna have to call off a week. I'm sick.
Yeah.
Play games.
Dude. I forgot that Titanfall 1 was 60 gigs on the PC.
Oh shit.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, because of all the like high def audio files, unpacking audio files and stuff, and I'm just like, damn, dude, why is it 25 gigs on a console.
Titanfall 1, I mean, for being a multiplayer only game, that was a really fun game.
Yeah.
To me, it's kind of unfortunate it never got a bigger following, like just for Titanfall 1. But then 2 came out, and I would recommend Titanfall 2 to anybody. Like, the single player campaign mode on that game is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, everybody should play that. It's super good.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. If we're good on this one, I'm excited for it. Finally, I didn't even know PC was going to get this. I thought this was going to be a console exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get on to Epic Game Launcher. Does anybody still have that installed? How about anyone?
Anyone?
I can't open it.
Epic Games? Really? Dude, okay. So along with rumor control, we need like the tumbleweed blowing like across the screen. You know?
Hey Andre, you want to make a little emoji for that?
Andre, give us like an animated tumbleweed, slowly blowing across the screen or something like that, so Joel can just hit the like.
The tumbleweed.
Anyone?
We do that gag every once in a while, only because we don't have any other game news that is like far more exciting than this. But check this out. Okay. You're probably going to be like, WTF? I didn't know it didn't have this. So Epic Game Store has a social update now.
What you just said is my entire reaction to this article is it didn't have this. But go ahead.
Yeah. So Epic Game Store didn't have like a social way of, you can add friends, no problem. But there was no chat. There was no way to communicate to them, like nothing like that. All you can do is add friends, so that way you can eventually jump on the same game if it was through the Epic Game Store.
So if Farfetch'd
you basically have to Discord.
If you're playing Fortnite, if you're playing Fortnite and I'm playing Fortnite, because we're Epic friends, we could like play together.
You can play together, but you would have to talk on the built-in game voice chat to be able to hear each other. You couldn't do like a private thing like how, I don't know, Steam from 2000 was able to do.
So that's what I'm saying. So there's this article, it's on their website about all these new improvements and everything like that. And it's like, hey, we're going to have like party windows and chat systems, and you can drop in and out of a party, or you can continue your party in game. And I'm like, me not being PC guy here, like I log into the Epic Game Store once a week to get the free game. But aside from that, I don't even play any of them. It's just because I have an addiction to collecting games, right? But it's like, I'm looking at this list of these feature updates, and I'm like, didn't Origin have this at launch like 10 years ago? Like,
yep.
They're just now putting a chat system into Epic? Like, aren't they supposed to be trying to steal people from Steam? Like, isn't there the entire reason the Epic Game Store exists is to try to steal people from Steam? They're just now doing this?
To be fair, the way that they were able to steal people is by literally tossing games at them the entire winter. And then, hey, while we're working on this social thing, it's not like that social thing is going to retain a whole bunch of people from you only using Unreal.
I know,
Epic
but yeah,
games.
I just thought it was very surprising that the Epic Game Store has been around for like 2 years now, and they're just now putting this out.
Yeah, it seems like a no-brainer feature, right? Like, why would you even first? Screw you for just thinking about a launcher instead of just putting everything on Steam. So we'll give it that. And then 2, you give us a half of an app where we can't even complain about you. Like,
yeah, like I said, to me it was surprising that this is just now happening.
Yeah. How did that project actually look like at work? Let's give them just a page for them to buy stuff from us. What about social features? We'll put it on phase 4 or 5.
Well, maybe they were thinking because a lot of people nowadays actually use Discord. And
then promote Discord.
Yeah.
Or do some partnership with Discord or something like that.
I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure they're always... They are one of the most integrated like chat systems I've ever seen. They have open APIs. They have all this. If you can just create like a channel or something like that integrates into like Epic Game Store, you already have one thing above everything else.
Yeah,
because you already have it there. There's no need for like But then this is like, okay, fine. Like, hey, I'm just letting you know on Epic Games. Hey, friend, I'm just letting you know I'm going to be on channel 1 on Discord. See you later. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
That's all that's going to be used for.
Yeah.
But sure,
it's crazy.
whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a hater of having to have installed so many launchers on my PC.
Mm-hmm.
Good old games.
Good old games. Nice. Got Galaxy. Nice.
Yeah. Check that out.
Side note, Rompus just brought something up that me and him were complaining about the other day. He says, it's about as surprising as Outriders not having in-game voice chat. PSA notice, guys. Public service announcement from Nerd Junkies here. Thank you, Rompus, for reminding me. Me and Rompus were playing around with Outsiders the other day. You know, the demo's out there. It's pretty fun. Check it out.
Yeah.
It was announced that it's coming to Game Pass on launch day. And I was like, sweet. I've already got a PS5 copy pre-ordered because the people that I normally play like online games with are like PlayStation only people. But Rompus has a gaming PC and I have an Xbox. And it was like, let's test out this crossplay system. And so we had I was on my Xbox, he was on his PC. We're Xbox friends, you know, and all that. We jumped into a party and everything. It's fine. There's no in-game chat system. So it's crossplay, but there's no if Joe's on a PC, I'm on a PlayStation, somebody else is on an Xbox or whatever, we don't have an in-game chat. We have to go to Discord or something and chat.
What?
And I was like, oh man, you guys were doing so good. What? There's no party chat? If I jump into your game on Outsiders, it doesn't just put me into your chat channel? What? Come on, really? You were doing so good. The game is solid. You're on a roll, and then you drop the ball on this. Come on.
All right. Let's look at the technicalities here. Is it going to be hard, or is there some sort of roadblock because it is crossplay that they would have to use their own servers to be able to host voice chat instead of having to use the built-in voice chat servers, and then that's a no-go already. But in Discord's defense, you can literally download their mobile app, hook up a little headset thing with a mic on your phone, and just play the game with your friends. You don't even have to worry about Discord on the console or nothing like that. You're just playing it. But yeah, I thought Outriders is only cloud and console. It better not be. I want to play.
Oh, it is. It is not coming to Game Pass on PC.
Oh,
oh, look at that. I didn't know that, Joe Dubs. Thank you for that. Yeah.
When you mentioned the no voice chat, it's reminded me of Dead by Daylight. They do not have voice chat as well. It's been around for so long.
Yeah.
Some of that. It's stupid that there's no voice chat in some of these games. It's if you're gonna have a cooperative game, it's best to communicate with your teammates.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
What the hell?
Yeah, so I just thought that was a big letdown because it's oh, you mean I can have it on Game Pass? That's awesome. And then it was no cross voice chat. It was all right, well, I guess I'm still paying for a PS5 copy. All right, whatever.
But if you're playing with other people besides your friends, coordinating Discord for one session is pointless. Is it though? If you just have an entire channel for your friends, Matt.
Not that I know anything about that. Yeah.
Entire channel.
Yeah. Moving on.
Anyways.
VR. PS5.
Back to VR. So last week we talked about this, or actually 2 weeks ago, something like that. There was a patent. Sony announced their new VR and basically said, hey, we're going to be doing VR on PS5 and it's going to be revolutionary new controls. And then we even showed off a patent idea of what it could look like. And now we know exactly what it's going to look like.
These things look
weird. If
weird.
you go to this link here, this is on the PlayStation blog itself. They've got, I tell you what, Joe, Mel, you all are VR people. How does this compare to what you currently play with?
This literally looks like a redesign of the Valve Index.
Yeah.
That or the Oculus. I've seen some look similar to that.
Yeah.
Joe, do you have one of those near you? or is it?
I have the HTC Vive, which looks nothing like
okay.
this. They don't have like
this is the original.
They don't have like the overhand loop or anything like that. But it just, I don't know if that plays some sort of extra sense kind of thing by having the entire loop. I don't know. I'd have to try it out by design and see what that whole. Why does it have to wrap around your hands? Is that how it detects space between your hands? I don't know.
Possibly. Well, knowing how
it looks cool.
The older style is, this is where most of the sensors are.
Yeah.
So that, but around the hand, I mean, it could be because it's trying to create more of a hand or whatever thing you're trying to do.
Like, I don't know. From a technical aspect, maybe they'll explain it later on in like one of those like trailers and trying to explain the technology behind it. But I always enjoy the fact that you can immerse yourself by actual individual finger sensing. Yeah. Because I think that's a very like even for games in VR, it's like being able to sign without having to go like through a rotary thing like on the Vive. It's I mean, it. Thanks, Rhombus. I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah,
Rhombus knows exactly what's going on. He's just like, it's for porn, and it's like, yep, he's right. No, that's so.
Hey, PlayStation, you going that far?
What they say on here is they have the adaptive triggers. So if you've ever played on a DualSense PS5 controller, like where your triggers have like feedback on them, haptic feedback, finger touch detection.
Ooh.
Better tracking, action buttons, and analog sticks. Look, I'm just happy it's not the PlayStation Move controller anymore.
Just the wand.
The wand with the golf ball on it. Like, I'm just happy.
Those have been around since the PS3 days. So, I mean, time for an upgrade.
Yeah, it was when they announced that for the PS4. I was like, come on, you guys are better than this.
So Horchops is saying these look expensive. I am willing to bet that this entire setup is going to cost you like about $399.
At least.
You think $5?
Actually,
the PS4 VR was
Bob,
was
I'm
$500
with $501.
Okay, is this the price right now?
Yeah, the $450. Yeah, the wasn't the PS4 VR was like $500. So like, when it first launched,
you're trying to get more people on it, right? You're trying to sell. Not only are you going to, you're going to sell a console. So refresh my memory on PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3 came out. VR wasn't even slated, or the controls weren't even slated until like a little while after that.
The PS3 had PlayStation Move, which was not VR. It was motion tracking.
Right, motion tracking.
Yeah.
And I will say this, on October 13th, 2016, when the PlayStation VR was released, it was $399, $400.
It was $400?
Apparently.
I could have swore was there multiple versions of it?
I told you we were going to use it once.
There you go. Nice, dude. Were there multiple versions of it?
Aside from just the headset and the with everything, it was probably going to be more. But just the headset was probably about $400.
Okay. Unless I'm just thinking of plus tax, because I actually bought one.
Maybe.
And I was going to cancel it, and then Cinderkin said he would buy it off me. And it was
a VR?
Yeah. I actually bought a PlayStation VR when they first were announced. And then it was like a week before it launched, and I was like, I don't even want this. And then Cinderkin was like, well, they're sold out everywhere, so I'll just buy yours. And I was like, cool, done.
Yeah, Joe Dub says maybe you bought a game bundle with it.
Maybe it was a bundle. I don't even know.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so, hey, you know what? Thanks, Mel. 400.
We're going to have so much fun with that. Anyways.
Good. I love it.
All right.
Anyway, PS5 VR, 5.
I'm not getting into this. I'm not getting into this Deadpool here.
I'm saying it's 4 because you're trying to sell the console and the VR headset, so they have to eat some of it. They're already eating some of it for the PlayStation.
Oh, they're already selling the PS5 at a loss. So it's like, I get it.
But let somebody clip this so that way we can come back to it easily when one of us is wrong. Or who knows? Maybe both of us will be wrong. Maybe it's like way cheaper or way more expensive. I mean, the price of electronics is going up just because of all the tariffs and crap.
Look, the PS3 was $600 when it came out. Okay, so it's.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember angry purchasing it at a Circuit City.
A Circuit City, wow.
The Circuit City was the only place I could find the original 60 gig 300 the fat one that could play PS2 and PS1 games.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was the only place I could find one. Was at a Circuit City, and they were like, "Oh, that'll be $680, whatever."
Was that not on launch day? Was that on launch day or no?
No, it was after they were already going to retire that one because I didn't buy one at launch because there was nothing to play. But I was like, I remember like, just here's my card. Why am I buying this? Yeah.
And was that the best PlayStation purchase you've ever had?
Play is old. I know. Yeah.
Dude, Circuit City isn't even a thing anymore.
I thought. Hold on a second. Didn't Newegg like buy the name?
Hold on. Let me Google it for you.
I thought like all the stores got shut down, but I could have swore the name was still around. Like Newegg or somebody bought the name.
Website is still up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're selling things? What the hell? All right, let me show the chat this. Like, there's still a thing here.
CompUSA. Yeah, I shop at those.
Dude, I'm literally like Austin Powers right now and be like, why won't you die?
Why won't you die? Circuit City.
Top deals, huh? Dude, literally some of these products that they're selling have like 1 star on them.
Oh, it was Tiger Direct who bought them. It wasn't Newegg.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Tiger Direct bought them. Yeah, So I was like, I remember when they went under, and then they came back, and I was like, wait, what? And it was like, yeah, Tiger bought them.
Yeah, CompUSA was a better store than Circuit City for me. But CompUSA was all about PC. What's up?
Yeah, I used to shop at a CompUSA. That's where I bought like parts.
Dude, they were right next to each other on the same street down here in Vegas.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I haven't been to a CompUSA since I lived in Kentucky, but it was like,
oh wow,
yeah, like I would buy like PC parts back when I used to build my PCs and stuff like that. Yeah, they were cool.
All right, let's move on.
GeForce. Joe Dubs.
What do you say?
Does anyone get this reference? Anyone?
The Wiz.
Wait.
The Wiz.
Oh.
Nobody beats The Wiz. Anybody?
I think I do.
I think it's movie, but I can't remember what it was.
I know BTE is in the chat. I know he probably knows that one. The Wiz. I'm The Wiz. Nobody beats The Wiz.
Oh, the movie The Wiz. Oh yeah, that had Michael Jackson as a scarecrow.
Not the same thing.
That's it. Okay, I'm tired. I don't know.
Which one is this?
Anyone? It's a Seinfeld reference, actually.
Oh.
Exactly.
You're that old.
I am pretty old, bro.
Yeah, you are. Did you hit 40 yet?
Yeah, last year.
Fuck.
Time's going by.
That's right.
Oh well.
Good stuff.
All
so,
right. GeForce Now doubles in price.
GeForce, yeah. So look, I saw this article and I was like, I've heard of this, but I have no clue what it even is. So Joel, regale us.
So GeForce Now is basically your online streaming equivalent to OnLive or the Xbox streaming service where you can play it on anything.
It's like cloud gaming.
It's cloud gaming, but basically
Stadia.
Yes, exactly. So it's Stadia, but with RTX capabilities. So basically, you're not just playing like any old slouch like streaming service. If the game supports RTX and you're a paid member, you're able to enjoy RTX based games and all their fixins and everything. I mean, they do tout 4K, but we've already seen some companies actually take a lawsuit for claiming 4K visuals without actually being 4K, and they're just up rendered. But
Google's being sued about that right now, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you tout 4K on certain streaming services, it better not be upscaling. It better be 4K because that is false marketing, right? So for this, it's basically the exact same thing. There's an app for both mobile and PC. You can actually download an app and then be able to play either games that you own on Steam by connecting your Steam account. So that way you don't have to buy them again.
Okay.
I think it also connects with Uplay, Ubisoft's equivalent.
Yeah.
I don't think it has anything with EA unless you have that EA game on Steam. So all of your pre-owned games come with you wherever you go, and then this also has an app for the Shield if you own a Shield for back in the 2016 version of Shield as well.
So looking at the screenshot there, you got yellow cyberpunk dude there, right?
Right.
So if you own cyberpunk on Steam, and I'm guessing that just activates your copy in the cloud then?
Yes.
Okay. And so, but then when you're playing it streamable, it's not cloud streaming from your computer. It's coming from like their super powerful stuff.
Right. And if there's a game with RTX features, you can turn it on. As a matter of fact, a lot of the settings that you would get on PC are available, except for some games that you can't change resolution. You can't say, oh, I only want to play at 1080p in the game. You have to change that in the app, and then it will do it for the game. So you have to either have a 1080, or you either have to set it. If you have a 4K TV and you want to set it at 1080 because you want to save on that sweet bandwidth cap, then just change it in the app, and you'll be able to play these games. I tried the app. It's super solid. I have not had any issues. The Shield, you definitely benefit from a hardline like Ethernet cable instead of using the Wi-Fi, but that's for anything. That's for any service out there. They don't recommend Wi-Fi for streaming games like this. The one that I was pleasantly surprised about was the actual GeForce Now app on the phone. I was playing Destiny 2 on the phone, and I was playing multiplayer games like if I was just on PC.
Oh.
And it was, I felt no difference in lag. I mean, maybe there was like a micro stutter somewhere here and there, but it's also very dependent on your internet. So just like a lot of these services, they're always going to be dependent on your internet.
Let me ask you this. Getting to the purpose of this entire story. What's the value on this kind of thing?
Well, for my subscription, I've been paying $4.99 to get the exclusive, like the priority membership. So basically, this allows me. So there's a queue system, right? From the very beginning, when GeForce Now was in beta, you could choose a game and get in right away. But because all of a sudden people were jumping on this, now they introduced the tier system, which now you can subscribe, so that way you don't have to wait, or else you're going to be put on a queue system if there's already an overload of players for the free version. So again, there is a free version just to get you into the door, and then there's a queue system where you get to just pass it, kind of like Disneyland's Fast Pass.
Okay, so going back to this article for a second here, that $4.99, you are now grandfathered in.
Right.
But for anybody new out there, it's going to be $10 a month.
Yeah.
Like they're doubling their monthly charge on this one. Would you say, for any other people out there looking at something like this, is this worth $10 a month?
It's a very niche situation. Like, you have to be in a very, like, I don't have any consoles, or I have very old consoles, and I'm in a rural area where I don't have Starlink. I don't have access to broadband internet. Well, no, that doesn't even apply to them. Like, I don't have the money to afford latest gen consoles, but I have a giant Steam library, which is probably all of us, with a completion rate about 2%.
Yes. Probably less than that, but
yeah. But at the same time, if you have a large Steam library, if it's supported on GeForce Now, it just comes with you. So if that is your only mode of playing games, this is for you. Especially because they kind of sweeten up the deal with the RTX. If you're into that kind of stuff, it might not be a seller for you, but at least there's that, right? You get to play it in a different.
But so similar
level.
to but like similar to like Stadia or Game Pass, Cloud, or any of that stuff, you are still dependent on having a nice internet pipe and probably no data cap.
Right.
So for somebody like our very own Mel here, who has proven to us that her internet is garbage, this is not something she wants.
She said it. She said it herself.
Yeah. Like this is definitely not for her.
No, it's not definitely not for me. But I mean, I have unlimited. I'm not strictly on a data cap or anything like that. Say like Joel has, I think. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it could be possibly pretty good if I wanted to just like lie on my bed, play some Dishonored or some other stuff on my Steam while I'm watching some TV.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Again, I'm having a hard time really visualizing the actual person and their situation that would be like, this is for me 100%. Because if you're limited on resources, that means you have a data cap, or you don't even have broadband, or you're in an area where they don't even offer broadband. But and if you have no Steam library, then you're basically paying for video games on a network that is online only anyway. And then even then, you have to have a middleman. You either have to have a cell phone with broadband, you have to have a laptop or a desktop with broadband, or you have to have an NVIDIA Shield, or even an NVIDIA Shield, because I don't think Chromecast even have that ability yet. So it's just like, who? Maybe just keep it at $4.99? I don't know.
We'll see.
But those of you who want to be able to have RTX visuals and have the broadband, I'd say just pay it for a month and try it out, and that's about it. Because it's not a trial. It's not a subscription, like a year subscription, unless you choose it. And I think it's like $100 for the year, right? The new annual membership option is $99.
Okay,
it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know who this is for. It's definitely
try it out.
It's definitely not for me, but I did try it out.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the next one. Square Enix presents. Are we finally getting some more information on this?
So it happened. It was 2 days ago. So last week we were talking about it. This is their version of like a Nintendo Direct or a Sony State of Play, things like that. Square Enix decided to have their own party, and they did. And it was 2 days ago, and it was like 40 minutes long. And the majority of it was Life is Strange news and Outriders demos. So the rest of it, if you want to click that link, it'll show you everything they announced. A lot of this. So like I said, there's Life is Strange. There's a new one coming out. If you like these, Telltale style story-based drama games, they're remastering the first two of them. Project Athia, which was announced at E3, or actually, no, it was at the Video Game Awards last year. That got a new name, Forspoken. It showed off like a little sizzle reel of about like a minute long of gameplay. It actually looks really cool. Third-person action game. More Outrider stuff. Balan Wonderworld, if anybody played Balan Wonderland, which was it's like a 3D Mario 64 type platformer. I've seen some gameplay of it. It looks like it'd be fun for kids or something like that. And a lot of Avengers stuff. A lot of Avengers.
Like, please buy it.
Somebody please buy Avengers,
We put so much work and money into this, mostly money, but not really a lot of work.
Yeah. Avengers, Tomb Raider, the definitive Survivor trilogy. So you get the Tomb Raider, you get Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. All three solid games. I would recommend those to anybody. Just Cause Mobile. Moving on. Okay. And mobile games, Space Invaders AR. Sounds pretty cool. Which is actually another mobile game. It's Space Invaders, but you can just look somewhere and it puts the little invaders in front of you because it's like an AR game. It looked fun. Whatever. But yeah, so Joe Dubs talks about the cookbook. The Tomb Raider cookbook was showing off. Yes, it was.
Oh.
Wasn't aware Lara Croft was secretly a chef, but hey, there's already like World of Warcraft, Legend of Zelda cookbooks. Overwatch has a cookbook. It's like they're jumping on that train. Why not?
I've never played a Life is Strange, but
one of them was on Game Pass a few months ago. I don't know if it's still there or not, but did you ever play like Telltale's The Walking Dead?
Yes. So it's decision
kind of like
based.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, and I try to get my kids into that because their hand-eye coordination isn't at my level yet, but just trying to get them to some story stuff.
Wait, hold on, Joe. Joe, hold on.
He's trying to make a competitive team.
You have kids that can't 360 no scope?
They were born that way.
I'm not going to say you fail as a father and a human being.
Oh no.
But let's just say it's heavily implied. Let's just put that out there in the world, okay? These are people that you have raised. yeah, you cry. They're not all playing on the rigs that they built themselves. 360 no scoping all the noobs. Okay,
everybody starts off from somewhere. Okay.
Yeah. Whatever. Just putting it out there, bro. Just saying.
They can bunny hop. I got them to bunny hop now. and
I remember my nephew, who's this is the last time I saw him was years ago. He was like 6 or something like that. He plays Roblox, right? Because that's what kids play.
Roblox, yeah.
Because Roblox, and one of the Roblox games he was playing was like a first-person shooter type game, and he's doing his best to mouse and keyboard and all that stuff. But the way he's doing his WASD, it was just crazy. With the buttons he's using and everything like that. I mean, he has small hands. I get it, right? He's 6 years old. But dude, I was his dad, my brother-in-law, is in the same room, and I'm just like, what kind of garbage is his WASD right here? And he was like, what? And I was like, this is why you fail as a father, okay? Look at his hand placement on that keyboard. What is going on? And he's like, dude, he's 6. And I'm like, no excuse. No excuse.
Let me guess. He didn't even they didn't even have a wrist rest for them.
Yeah, no, I'm just
what the hell?
He's like,
what is the strange way you've seen someone actually play
this is for my mouse key?
It was he was using his index finger on W and turning his hand kind of sideways on certain keys and stuff, and I'm like, what is going on here? What is this?
This guy's gonna have carpal tunnel by the age.
I know someone that did that, but they actually play normally now. So
yeah, I was just like, what is going on? Fix this. Dude. This is on you. This reflects you. Yeah.
I will not.
Yes,
they will earn their way to the top.
Exactly.
Take it to the limit. Cue montage.
Okay.
All right. Square Enix. Everything was announced. We're good.
Everything was done. It was good. It was cool. If you want to watch it, it's on their YouTube page. Just go nuts. If you really want to see all that Outriders, Avengers, Life is Strange footage.
Avengers.
There was a lot of footage of Hawkeye in Avengers.
Yeah.
Just doing the same stuff for 10 minutes. And it was okay, fast forward. Okay, fast forward. All right.
Dude, they put a lot of money into this. And not only that, but they have Marvel backing them up. It's you better make good on this contract, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go on with the next big news. The
final story.
Yeah, so this one is pretty big because if anybody's aware about what EVO is, huge fighting game championship that's usually held here in Las Vegas. I think this last year it was still in Vegas before the pandemic, or no? It was canceled?
Before the pandemic, it was still in Vegas. Last year, it was canceled because there was a lot of, let's just say, controversy surrounding EVO. I don't know if you remember this from last year. Basically, one of the top dogs in EVO got outed as being a pedophile.
Oh,
yeah. It was a whole thing. So they basically canceled EVO. So
coronavirus didn't have anything to do with that, or?
I mean, it was all COVID-related pedophilia. It was, no, it was bad.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was. Yeah. So
when you're the reason that they cancel an event during a pandemic,
it was canceled. It was COVID. It was a whole to do. So yeah. So it was canceled, but there was still there are still online fighting game tournaments, right? Even in this pandemic world that we have here, they still happen all the time. Sony, if you look at like, if you follow PlayStation on Twitch, every week they're doing like MK11 tournaments. Like, so there's still a big online fighting game community tournament scene out there,
right?
Which is cool, good. Like, keep it going, everybody. You know, like hang on to it. But yeah, Evo. Basically, this announcement just came out. This is yesterday, I think, and I was just like, "Whoa, I didn't see that coming." Sony has purchased Evo, so they are going to be running with it from here on out.
That's
and it was
crazy.
Like, yeah, I mean, I was just like, "That's cool." It was like 2 days ago when this was announced. I was confused, right? Because Sony put a lot of money into Street Fighter, because like if you remember, Street Fighter V is still a PC and PlayStation exclusive. Like, it was never released on the Xbox.
Right.
Clearly, they bankrolled some of that in there. I was really curious. So, like, me and actually Zion9, who's another buddy of ours, we were talking about this, and it was like, is Sony going to make a play and like fund some more fighting games? Like, are we going to see a new Battle Arena Toshinden, which was like a PlayStation like exclusive game? Like, where are we going to go with this? Or and I doubt Sony's going to just straight up say something like, only Sony games are going to be here now, because that would be foolish of them, because Smash is still like the top fighting game in the world.
Right.
And like Killer Instinct, although nowhere near as popular as anything else, still has a pretty big following, and that's only on Xbox, right? So like I'm curious to see if anything changes. I doubt anything will, but maybe Sony's going to invest more into fighting games now.
Possibly, because isn't Tekken a big thing as well? Or used to be?
Tekken has a huge following, but it's my understanding that the latest Tekken games have not been the best.
Yeah, it's been going downhill.
Yeah.
Oof.
So
Joe Dubs says right here, Nintendo came out with a statement saying they are assessing the situation. So, I mean, there's Sony PlayStation characters on Smash anyway, right? There
are characters that have been in PlayStation games
exclusive
that have appeared.
Right.
Yeah, but they're not Sony characters. Like, for instance, like Cloud from Final Fantasy VII is in Smash. That's a Square character. That's not a Sony character. It's a Square character.
And Sony has always been the one to hold back on any like partnership Nintendo Xbox kind of crossplay kind of thing. So
Sony is usually the last one to the party. Like, Microsoft and Nintendo have shown over the past few years that they're pretty chummy with each other, and they're willing to, cross over stuff. And Sony eventually gives in. Yeah, so I am curious about that.
That is going to be interesting, because then, I mean, granted, like Killer Instinct has been a thing at Evo for a couple of times now. It's not like a major event there.
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat, they invested into Mortal Kombat with all the tourneys. Street Fighter 5, right?
Yeah,
they've invested into that. Only thing that's left that's out there that's in the wild is like Blaze Blue, and they don't even do that anymore. They have the King of Fighter, or no, what is it? The KOF.
Well, so Arc has Blaze Blue. They also have like Guilty Gear, which are still, for the anime fighting scene. Those games are huge. Like, there are a ton of people who are into those games.
So then that just also makes me wonder, is because Vegas has always been like the place that they hold this stuff, usually at like a Caesar's Palace or something like that.
The past few ones, even though like me and like Matt and a bunch of people have been in there, they're at Bally's or at the Paris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and because I guess those are cheaper to get, like a little cheaper to get into. But then like, I don't know if you remember this, like the last two, I think it was the last two, they had Evo for like day 1 and 2 out of like Paris or Bally's or something like that. And then they had a big event for the final day, and that was at like Mandalay or something like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think this just makes it complicated, but still, like,
it totally does, because you had to pay extra to get into like day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really dumb. Yeah, people were like, seriously, this is like stupid.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thinking about that now is like, now I wonder if they're going to change the venue completely somewhere else. You know what I mean? I mean, we're still in a pandemic, but let's just say like we get out of this whole situation, right?
Yeah.
Like, Are they going to change it to like some overseas thing situation, or they're going to keep it here in the States?
Well, so Evo was always here, and then there's also an Evo in Japan, which is it's the same company. It's just there's one here and there's one there, right? So I think they're still going to do both. I mean, it only Evo makes
right?
A lot of money.
Yeah.
Evo makes a lot of money for Evo, so it'd be foolish of them to like stop doing anything or even like restrict certain games because people are going to pay to compete no matter what the game is. Yeah. Yeah, Joe Dubs has it right there. Yeah, Evo does
and
Japan
you know what's
also.
Funny? I remember going to Evo, and I remember it just being like heavily just community driven, and it wasn't really like all these vendors there. It was always like maybe a T-shirt or maybe like Hitbox was there selling their controller their
not a fight stick, a fight button pad.
Yeah, fight something that eventually got banned anyway. So like for tournament, what was it like? Hit confirm Hitbox, something like that. It was Hitbox, right?
Hitbox is the one that does their like
they're local
just
here
buttons.
In Vegas.
Yeah, like where it's just buttons. There's no stick.
But it was never like, hey, we have freaking Sony reps with their own booths over here, and then it slowly started turning into that. Like it slowly started turning into like a crap load of vendors, official vendors and whatnot, and then it just blew up.
Yeah, it's huge.
But it makes sense now that Sony would be invested into something like this because I don't hear a lot of like Xbox players or Xbox consoles being the majority of an Evo. I hear a lot of PlayStation consoles being the majority there.
For the PS4, well, so for instance, games like, like Street Fighter is only on a PS4, right? So, or if somebody's, gaming rig or something like that. So you always had that. The Xbox One was really only used whenever anybody was playing KI, and that was it. Oh. Like, because that was like an Xbox exclusive.
Console exclusive, yeah.
Previous gen, you saw a lot more Xbox, so like Xbox 360, where you could play like Street Fighter 4 or like Marvel Capcom 3.
Right.
Everything ran better on the 360 than on a PS3, so you saw a lot more Xbox back then. But then that kind of shifted when the Xbox One PS4 came out.
It's crazy how titles will do that, even though they're available on both consoles, right? Like titles will decide the majority of a console, either because of performance or just the amount of players that play only on one side versus the other. But man, more power to Sony. I just hope that they don't try to like turtle that sucker in there and be like, oh, no more Nintendo, no more Xbox exclusives here. Sorry, but you're gonna have to find your own place. That would suck.
Yeah. And like I said, that would be limiting their money, which would just be foolish of them. Like Smash is still like the top fighting game in the world, so it's like they would have no point to like limit just to Sony consoles or something.
That's like crazy to hear now. Like Smash is the top fighting game, the game that was designed for 8-year-olds and 14-year-olds to 14-year-olds. Top fighting game.
Smash is a monster, man. Like even like what Nintendo Direct last month. They announced like 2 more characters for Smash Ultimate. It was like there's 2 girls from Xenoblade Chronicles, and people lost their minds. And they were like, oh my God, I can't wait to play that because Smash is still going strong. Like years later, they release a new DLC character and people still lose their mind over it.
How many more characters can they smash into that game? Huh?
As many as anybody want to put their characters in.
Sorry. Boo.
Boo this man!
All right. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know what your opinions are, chat. I think it's a good move. At least fighting game communities are starting to be adopted by big AAA companies that are gonna just toss money at it so that way they can make money at it.
Yeah.
I know like about 10 years ago I was just impressed that Evo even made it onto DirecTV streams. That was a
DirecTV, what ESPN 3 or something like that had it. Like
I think it was 3, not the Ocho.
Yeah. Not ESPN the Ocho.
Not ESPN the Ocho.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those freaking memes. Man.
Okay, let's wrap it up here.
All right, let's get out of here. Thanks everyone for joining us this week. As always, you can reach us over on our Discord, nerdjunkies.com. Links over there, and all of our social links are over there. So check it out. We'll be back here next Saturday, same time, same channel, 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And hit us up on our Discord. We're always there. We have it on our mobile phones. Smoke signals.
BK wants to know what we're playing this weekend.
So now that I'm finally done with my entire setup, except for one last monitor, I was thinking about going through the Yakuzas, just like Clay suggested. So I want to understand what this whole thing is about, because it looks like, I'll be honest with you, like the trailers look pretty stupid. Like,
they're so good.
Dude is literally smashing some like 4 guys with a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Mortar?
It's so good. Yeah.
Joel, you really just motorcycle.
Don't bring my twang on me. My
motorcycle.
Yeah. So it seems kind of out there. And I don't know if there's more like hijinks aside from that. I'm trying not to learn anything about Yakuza until I get in there.
Yakuza 0. Just turn it on. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Outside of that, I do want to play some Valheim. I've been trying to get Mel to join our server with Ben, but they're just like, oh, I have so many other games on my list that I would rather like play, I guess.
I gotta finish I need 4 more games for Overwatch to finish my event.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I need somebody to work on my materials.
You can talk to Andre about that.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But yeah, if anybody wants to join us on our Valheim server, it's on the Discord chat.
Please, so you can stop bothering me about it.
I still want you in there, regardless. Those crops aren't going to crop themselves.
Why do I have to be responsible for your planting?
Is that the verb that crops use? They crop?
So. You better been cropping those things.
Yeah.
Harvesting? I don't know.
Give me a sickle and you'll find out what's going to happen.
There you go.
All right. But yeah, if anybody wants to play anything, please hit us up on our Discord. We're always down to play something. I might even stream it and put it on the Nerd Junkies stream. But yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. We're always looking to play with our fans and friends. But let's get out of here. Thank you for joining us this Saturday. We'll be here next week, same time, and then see you on the Discord. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming. Love you. Smooches.
Wait.
Oh my God.
Let's get out of here.